Hello everyone. So here's, if you see me wince, it's because I have a bird in my shirt and his nails are, you know when you have talons on your chest and it's just extremely painful? Well, let's see if we can make him make noise. Nope, he's too sleepy to make noise. Okay, so here's the deal. When I built that Twilio doorbell thing that lets me answer the door via SMS when somebody buzzes the front gate, and I get a text, I can reply yes, and then it lets them in. So that all went well and it worked fine. The problem is that it got me like $300 or $400, maybe $500 worth of fraudulent charges on Twilio because I was lazy with my authentication tokens and stuff like that. So my Twilio account is now suspended, which is going to make this difficult to test. But what I want to do now, this is going to be hopefully a kind of short live coding session. I want to use Amazon's AWS Secure Storage, or it's called something like that. I don't know if it's secret storage or secure storage, but it's basically an API you can use to store your important authentication tokens, and it saves them in a very secure manner where they are, how do I explain this? So it saves them very securely. So you can access them at runtime. You call an API, you get your tokens, and then you can use them to do your things. But most importantly, you're not saving those tokens in your, You're not saving them in your configuration files. You're not saving them in your code. They're not in your repository. They're not even on your local machine. And they are most importantly not readable at rest, which means that if you're not actively using your token right now, nobody can go into your server and access the token and say, hey, I need access to I'm going to steal this, and then I will be able to steal your account on whatever service you're using. It's all done securely, encrypted, and all of that. So I figured this out once before. So we're going to be stealing some ideas from my code that I'm running in production at work, just because I don't remember from scratch how to do it. So we're going to be using that, building a small API on top of it, and hopefully, hey Max Joette, hopefully I will then be able to get my Twilio account working again. Yeah, so we're going to see how that goes. And actually, you know what? I'm totally not going to try to figure this out from scratch. I'm going to go straight into my work GitHub repository and borrow code from there. But first, let's go to AWS and to Twilio. Hello, Bert. Okay, he moved. He's a little less painful now. Let's go log in. Oh, and one other thing that's really useful about the secret storage is that when you're using it, you can always rotate the keys whenever you want without changing and redeploying your code, which is really useful if you need to change stuff for whatever reason. What's really nice about it is that if you have a developer on your team who leaves or gets fired or whatever, you can immediately revoke their access. So they don't just have your production keys stored on their computer in configuration files, which is what people usually do. See, my account has been suspended and my balance is a minus $330, which is not great. So let's see, how are we gonna fix this? We're gonna go to my AWS account and look for the secret stuff. Oh, Bert, why are you so sharp? You need to get you a pedicure. How's the new place treating me? Max, the new place is pretty nice. It's kind of quiet, very echoey. We're still waiting for a bunch of furniture to be delivered, and I need to get some proper soundproofing for the office, because I don't know if you can hear it, but I can definitely hear a lot of echo and it's bugging me, so I have no idea what it sounds like on the stream as well. Oh, God, Bert, can you stop moving, please? So let's see, Secrets Manager, that's what I'm using. It's not called Secure Storage, let's change the title. Using AWS Secrets Manager for tokens and such. Awesome. Well, I'm very happy that the echo is unnoticeable on the stream. Thanks for telling me that. I guess it's because this microphone is unidirectional, so it's in theory only listening to me. iMobi, it's actually called Secrets Manager. It's not called Secure Storage, so I was wrong. Oh. Okay, store new secret, credentials for DocumentDB, credentials for other type of secrets. So we are going to have a secret key value. Yeah, Secrets Manager is amazing. I've used it before and it is great. So let's see, how am I going to use this? Select the encryption key. Okay, we're going to say account SID is going to be this thing. This is still my account SID. And then I'm going to add a row called auth token. And I will very smartly hide my monitor while I copy this over. So, actually, let's see. Let's give it a name first. Select the encryption key. Select the AWS KMS key to use to encrypt your secret information. You can encrypt using the default service encryption key that blah. Okay, so I don't actually need to create a new key. I can just use the default, which is fine. So I am going to hide my screen now so that you can't borrow my keys, because that was the problem originally. I'm copying the auth token, which is in fact a new token that I've regenerated. I'm clicking next, and now I can show you my screen again. There we go. So the secret name is going to be Twilio auth, Twilio API auth, auth keys for my Twilio account, for Swizzet's Twilio account. Did that happen while streaming? So I'm not sure exactly what happened while streaming. I was showing my keys like I am here. I think what actually happened was that there was a GitHub bot, which is something that does exist, that went through and looked at my repository, found the Twilio keys, and then just, I think they created 40 or 50 phone numbers. We don't need rotation. Next. Cool. So I now have this stuff and I can try to use it, right? Is that really all there is to it? So somebody stole the keys from my whatever it was. What was it? God damn it. Sorry, I'm thinking about too many things at the same time. So let's see. I have this stuff. I don't need the keys anymore. And I'm gonna get them here. So we're going to say account SID. Oh, actually, let's put it in utils first. We're going to make a utils function. But yeah, basically somebody stole the keys. Yeah, exactly. GitHub is in fact getting crawled all the time for keys. So we are doing what? Access, what is it? Secrets Manager to get Twilio tokens. We're going to say export const Twilio tokens equals a method that does a bunch of stuff, and we're going to use it like this. So I'm going to get a new, come on, import AWS from AWS SDK. That gives me the AWS stuff. Then we say const AWS client equals new AWS, which accepts what? No, is not constructible. Okay, what if we actually say it like this? Const AWS equals require AWS SDK. Not sure why that wouldn't work otherwise. So wait, how did I do this before? I know I've solved this problem before, so I'm just gonna go look at my code. Yup, services. I'm borrowing this from the biggest serverless project I've ever done. The biggest in terms of traffic and complexity, and it's actually pretty cool. I think I put it in utils there as well. import AWS from, so that works, import AWS from AWS SDK, and I have secrets in here somewhere, db secrets, db secret from types. Where did I put this? Secrets key string blah. Where am I reading the secrets? I know I'm reading them somewhere. Export get secret gets a promise if secrets already exist. Oh right, so that way we don't have to do it multiple times. That's smart. So I added memoization. Let's see. So I'm gonna say const ssm equals new AWS Secrets Manager, like that. And now let's go back to the code that they are showing us, or let's do it here. So I have SSM, and I say const data equals await ssm.get secret value from the secret ID, which is secret ID, which we decided was called Twilio API auth, right? Yes, Twilio API auth. So that gives us the secret, and this needs to be an async method. Const Twilio tokens equals an async method that doesn't have any functions. Await has no effect on the type of this expression. Sure, don't care. Now how did I do that here? If secret string is not in data, then we throw new error. That was an error getting secret. That seems practical. I should probably start releasing some of these things as libraries, shouldn't I? Twilio API auth. So what do you think in the chat room? Should I try to release some of these things as npm modules so they're easier to use? Then we say, I don't know why I'm using this twice. If data.secret string, if that exists, what? Come on. Else throw new error blah, error getting secret, like that, and then the secret string does not exist on type never. What? Oh, because we have to call .promise on it, because that's returning stuff. And then I'm going to, let's see, this memoizes secrets. So what's the point of memoizations? It's basically so that we save, what was I gonna say? Basically, if we don't want the secrets to be fetched every time that we're calling this function, but only when the function starts, or only the first time, then we memoize them, which makes things a little easier to use. So we can save on API requests. Oh, hello 7 people who just randomly showed up. So we're going to say const secrets equals an array, no, an object of type key string. Wait, how do I define that type? I always forget. Key string of secret. Man. Okay. So const key string to string, and that it starts as an empty array. Export const Twilio. Yes, so iMobi, this does actually assumes lambda is still warm. It's still warm. Useful in the general case. I probably don't have enough visitors for it to matter. So at work, this is super useful because we're firing our lambda functions something crazy like 1,000,000 times a day, which works out to, how many is 1,000,000 times a day? How often per second is that? So 1,000,000, 123 divided with 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. So we're doing it about 10 times per second, so memoization is super useful, but there's probably not going to be that many people ringing my doorbell. However, no, that's just a fact. There's just not going to be enough people ringing my doorbell for this to matter, but it's still useful to define. So we're going to say, let's do const secret ID equals Twilio API auth. Like that, we're going to get that secret value, secret ID, then we have data.secret ID, secrets.secret ID. This would normally be a reference that you pass in, equals data dot, what was it? So the value becomes, oh right, because timestamps are useful too. Because that way you can expire secrets, because if you're memoizing them, expiration is also important, but in our case there really isn't any expiration because, yeah. So let's do JSON parse data dot secret string perm real production should expire this cache. Okay, and then we return secrets of secret ID. And what should I do? I should also, right, so the problem is that we can't actually test this because my Twilio account is suspended. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. But let's see. Twilio tokens, that's going to return my secret that was stored as a client SID. Was it? Fuck me. Why did I close that? Let's see. How did I store it? So I have that. I can do previous. Let me just hide my screen for a second so I don't show you my keys again. Previous. So it's going to have account SID and auth token as an object. I can show you my screen again. Here I'm going to add returns an object like what did we say it was called? Client SID. Where was I doing this stuff? Oh, account SID and auth token. So account SID auth token, because that's how they were saved in SSM. Cool. So I'm gonna press store. That saved it. I can now go, it's now encrypted, nobody can read it unless I am doing this stuff. I'm calling this function here. So in handle SMS reply, I can now say const account SID and auth token equals Twilio auth, right? And I need to import that from utils. Utils Twilio tokens. Twilio tokens. There we go. Account SID. Property account SID does not exist on type string, right? So I'm gonna go here. Handle SMS reply. Utils. So the utils are actually returning a secret. And the secret comes type secret equals basically a key that is a string that also maps to a string. That's just, this is super generic. Generally, it would be a better idea to define an actual shape to this, but this is fine. Yeah, it's a very generic type, but it's still kind of useful a little bit. So we have handle SMS reply. That one uses what does not exist on type secret. Yes, it does. Okay, fine. Then let's change it. So we have account SID, that is a string, and we have auth token, that is also a string. This type should be more generic. It's interesting how I've started writing a lot of comments on my code. I didn't used to do that, and I'm not sure exactly why it changed, but I think it's because I started working on more complicated things. And I've started forgetting a lot of what I do and why I'm doing it. So we have handle SMS reply. What are you still complaining about? Oh, that's what you're complaining about. I have to do await Twilio tokens. And here we're going to do this. So const auth token and account SID equals await Twilio tokens, like that, and it auto imported. And I can git grep account SID to see if it's anywhere there. Account SID, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So git status, git commit -a -m, and I'm going to say use AWS Secrets Manager for Twilio tokens. And the next thing I need, oh yeah, that's very important. I need to make sure that my lambdas actually have access to this. And I'm going to go back into my serverless YAML from work to remember how I do that, because I always forget. I am role statements, this one. We need, okay, so serverless YAML. I'm giving all of this stuff to my table, but I also need to allow everything for the secrets manager, like that. Now it's actually going to have access to be able to request the secrets value. Git commit -a -m, add secret, add SSM. SSM, what's it called? Add SSM IAM permissions to Lambda. Okay, so I'm going to git push origin master, git push origin master, yarn deploy. And while this is deploying, we're not actually, cd backend yarn deploy. Now we're not actually going to be able to see it work because my account is still suspended, but let's see what they're going to say. Okay. So even though I pushed to okay, so it's actually in the, it's not actually there anymore. Let's git push origin master, and hopefully that will have deleted it. Yarn deploy. How do I delete it from my code? Because it's still showing up here even though it's no longer in the file. Oh, it's still in the file. Wait, how is it still in the file? Oh, because it's in a particular blob. God damn it, I always forget about that part. Okay. How do I scrub those secrets again? Let's see. Swizzit, AWS suspended, because this has happened before. What happens when you push AWS credentials to GitHub? Wonderful. From September 13th. Security by default. Pre-signed URLs. Wow, that's annoying. I need to fix that. How did my thing go? AWS saw what you did. What do you might still get banned. Okay, so I need to use the BFG. Cool. So that deployed. We can't test this, but we can go scrub my credentials. So vim tokens.txt. We need to, how do I use BFG again? I need to pass in this stuff. So where is it? Search. I need to pass in this and this one. Okay, and now I'm going to basically blast it out of my entire project history so that you can't find them on GitHub anymore. Let's see, BFG -- replace text tokens.txt dot. So this is doing a bunch of stuff. Maybe not. Let's try it again. Okay, move backend tokens to dot, run BFG again, and voila, it scrubbed everything. Now I can do git push origin master -f. And when you try this thing now, bam, it only finds it in my very old repository. So now I have to go to my very old repository that is from a long time ago. rmrf bfg report cd dot what ls -a rmrf dot bfg report rm tokens txt. Great. Now let's go to cd, what is it, door answer slackbot, and I'm going to make a new tokens.txt so that I can delete these guys as well. Bam, and run BFG, replace that text in my old repository, rm tokens, git status, rm.bfg report, git commit rmrf then -rf bfg report, and then I git push origin master f, git push origin master -f. Cool. So what? ls vim cat settings. Why is that still there? Why did it not get removed? That's annoying. Let's try it again. Git log new. Vim tokens.txt. Try pasting that guy. Oh, that's why it didn't work, because I accidentally did the thing. So when I was editing the tokens.txt, hey fuzzy buddy, how are you doing today? So that happened. Wow, you can rewrite history trumps. That's unexpected. rm tokens rm rf.bfg report, and then git push, come on, push origin master -f. Great, that got pushed. And now when I search for my credentials, how the fuck is it still finding them? Cat settings, because here, look, if we go to my other repository where BFG actually worked, and we look at this, why did it still find them? Doorbell app, if we look at backend source, where was it in, I know that it was in handle SMS reply, we had it there. So we can go, it's not in the last repository, the last thing, but it should be, it should still have been here. And instead, where is it? Auth token, you see, it replaced account SID and auth token with asterisk removed. Oh, I know why it didn't happen here. Vim set, okay. Vim tokens.txt, I always forget that. So when you're using BFG, it wipes your history, but it doesn't wipe the current latest commit. You have to first fix your secrets before you can, you know, do the other things. So before you can wipe them from your history, you have to actually wipe them from your current directory, from your current state, which is something I always forget. So let's go here. Yeah, I know I'm kind of just using Vim right now and doing stuff in the console, but whatever. Process E and V, that. Go to the end of the line. Have I watched the last episode of Silicon Valley yet? I have not, because I haven't actually been watching Silicon Valley, just because when it started it was hitting too close to home and I couldn't watch it. But I've been told that that I really should watch the last episode. But I'm not sure I'm gonna understand the last episode if I haven't seen the previous like 3 or 4 years of the show. Remove Twilio auth tokens and get status. And now I can do BFG and it's going to actually do the things. Git push origin master F, and now if I call this stuff, it shouldn't find any. How the fuck is it still finding that? Cat settings. It's now definitely not there anymore. So settings, I don't get it. Git log, and here remove Twilio auth tokens. I can see that those were removed. They're not there anymore. And if I go to settings.js, they're not there anymore. If I go to the history of settings.js, will they be here? They will not be there. Corrector slack auth. Okay, now let's try the search link again, and maybe this time it won't find them. Maybe there's like a caching issue. I honestly, oh, there we go. We couldn't find any code matching. Yes. So now I can text them back. Fuzzy body, yes, I am still in SF. Disputing the charges on your credit card with your bank, flagging them as fraudulent. We need this confirmation due to the fact that if you report the charges on your card as fraudulent, will be blah. Please also refer. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to reply to Twilio and get a partial refund for the fraud. Yay! But I'm not gonna get a full refund. Hi. I have fully wiped any trace of tokens from GitHub. Have fully wiped any trace of tokens from GitHub. Rotated the secrets and fixed my code to use AWS Secrets Manager to use tokens securely. I will not dispute charges with the bank. Thanks for offering a partial refund. What happens next? Cheers, Swizzets. Alright, so until my account gets reinstated, I can't actually test that what we just coded worked correctly, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work, and I'm going to stop live coding now. Like I said, this was going to be a short stream just to get this working, because I needed to, so I can open the door when we get our furniture delivered. Until then, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you again probably Thursday night. So thanks for watching. Bye.